What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Welcome to... What is this? Oh, my God. Jay's not here. I forgot. Jay's on tour. Welcome to Always On with Tonya and Jay featuring DJ J.U. Ice. We got some special guests. We got a fill-in, first of all. We have Miss Tara. You got to tell me how you pronounce her last name. Segda. Actress.
Martial artist.
All that good stuff. She's filling in for Jay. Jay's out of town, having a good time on vacay. Hey, Jay. I don't know if you're listening or anything like that. But anyways.
You know he is.
You know he is. You know he is. Hey, Jay. I know you're here.
How's Berlin?
Oh, sorry. Anyways, yeah. Welcome to Always On Podcast with Tonya and Jay featuring DJ J.U. Ice. We are here to talk about some things today. Let me get myself set up here. I'm trying to set myself up. Here you go, J.U. Ice. All right. They changed the thing. Anyways, I got some special guests coming in. Oh, they're here, not coming in. They're here and everything. They here. Tara, introduce yourself.
Hi, Tara Segda, actress, martial artist. So excited to be here back in this studio. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And we have here Miss Sharon Spencer.
Hey.
Say hello.
How are you? I am a breast cancer survivor, an amputee, a poet, and a single mom.
Oh, yes. You got to come back to my single mom episode. Yeah, that's
it. Public speaking. I speak out about cancer and limb loss.
Okay. And then here is, oh, wait a minute. Let's go to Alex first. Alex, hey, Mr. Coach Haynes, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me back again.
All right. Thank you for coming.
Jay cornered me in the gym the other day. And was like, yo, I'm out of town this weekend. I need you to come on into the show. Just to stand in for me a little bit, but I appreciate you having me back on.
Well, I appreciate you having me there. And our man Malcolm is in the building. Say hello. All right, and this is Alex Haynes' wife.
Hi.
Your name?
My name is Natasha Haynes.
Okay.
I am a dental office manager,
okay.
Actually.
Oh, you had to think about that for a second?
Yeah, because I just accepted the position.
Congratulations. All right, so we're going to get into the topics here, try to talk about what's going on with each and one of you and everything. So, Tara, what do you do? What do you do besides, well, you were an actress, weren't you?
I'm currently in a show right now, so we're filming. It's the third season. It's called The Fever. They're going to film it or air it on Volume now and then stream it on Amazon in the summer.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah, so I've been doing that since March.
Uh-huh.
And then training. I'm training.
So you're a martial artist?
I'm a martial artist.
So you know how to kick
ass?
And
I bartend on the side.
Okay, you bartend on the side.
Only if you pay me a lot.
Okay. So what past movies you been in?
I was in American Ripper on the History Channel. I've done investigative discovery shows, those reenactments. I've been in a ton of plays. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the list goes. Commercials, but those are available upon request.
Your favorite?
My favorite commercial, my favorite show.
Your favorite all-time thing you ever done?
Ooh.
As far as acting.
Honestly, I think it's the show I'm in now.
Really?
I think it is a great cast. It is a great crew of people. I love them all. They are all environmentally friendly. They all support each other. Everyone's so excited. That's the energy I want to be around. Uh-huh. Everybody's supporting, and it's very female driven.
Oh,
love
that's yes. Who's ruling the house these days.
Yeah. Every woman on this show is strong and fierce and powerful and generous and kind, and that's what I want to be around.
Okay.
That's what I want to be.
I want to be around that too. But I got my female girls right here.
Seems like a whole table full today.
And a couple guys too. Yes. We appreciate
Thank you.
I
appreciate that.
Sharon, what's your story? Let's start off with your story. I know your story is pretty long, but I just want to let everybody know she is a survivor, and I want her to tell her story and hopefully inspire others to keep it going when things are rough.
Yes. Let me see. Where do I begin? In January of 2006, I had to have a partial hysterectomy due to fibroids. 6 months later, excuse me, I went to my doctor and she suggested that I have my first mammogram. Mm-hmm. Cancer did not run in my family, does not, and I had no lump. I had no sign of breast cancer. So My first mammogram was done, and sad to say, I was diagnosed with breast cancer.
Wow.
The same year, I had a hysterectomy. I had a mastectomy on the right breast, and an implant in December of 2006. In February of 2007, I had to have 4 months of chemotherapy, and I thought I was helping someone with being in a study. I didn't know. I was very naive to chemotherapy and cancer treatment, and I decided that it would help other women, so I agreed to be in it. It was so strong. It was so hard for me. I got a hernia and the beginning stages of pneumonia, and I was really, really bad off with the chemotherapy. I was back and forth in the hospital a lot. I overcame that, and I went back to my job of 22 years. And at the time, my son had went away to Syracuse College, and I'm a single mom, like I said. So it was very rough on me, and it was also rough on him. Shout out to you, Aaron.
Shout out.
And I went back to my job.
Okay.
And the following year, which was 2008, I was out with some friends, and I decided to walk my girlfriend that didn't come with me to the lounge that we were in outside with two guys. She was trying to insist that I go to breakfast with them. And I'm talking to her, and she's in the back seat, and the two of the guys in the front seat. A car hit that car, and in turn, that car crushed me into the parked car, pushed me into the parked car, and my leg, as a result, was amputated.
Wow.
Yeah. So after the amputation and the pain, and as you can imagine, the mental stuff that went with that, the leg got infected, and I had to have it cut again 2 months later. And after that, I had to have a revision done on the leg again. So it was about 22 surgeries from 2006 until 2008. And my last surgery was a hand surgery. And it has been unbelievable that I'm even able to talk about it now. Publicly, and how God has transformed me and my life into what I'm doing now, which is public speaking and cancer awareness and visiting and poetry and just a string of a lot of things that I've accomplished.
God bless you.
Yes, God bless you too, and thank you.
So listen, you were barely getting over the thought of having breast cancer.
Absolutely.
And you had to go get your leg amputated.
Yes.
So, I mean, I don't want to dive in too deep into it, but I just wanted you to tell other people who might be going through the same thing, or who are going through something similar or something like that. How did you rise above?
Well, first of all, when I don't know who here is a mom, but when you are a mom, you have to try to find the strength to go on because of your child, because of your children. And I know that, nothing lasts forever. Everybody here, I feel, will experience something before they pass on, whether it's the loss of a child, a mom, a sister, a brother, sickness, whatever it is that your thing is, you have to just dig deep into yourself and just tell yourself that today is today. I'm just going to get through one day at a time. I'm not going to think about next month. I'm not going to think about the month after that. And if you need some type of assistance as far as seeing a therapist or going to church or whatever it is that your thing is to help you, then I suggest that you do that and reach out to other people and don't hide it. Don't keep it inside,
Yeah, the more you talk about, for me, any problem, the more I talk about it, the better it becomes. A solution might even come out of it. The more people I talk to, not the more people, the more I talk about whatever's bothering me or whatever's going on or something like that. That's pretty decent. So I would suggest that, if anybody's going through anything, talk about it.
Right. I would too. And I express myself through poetry about every situation that has happened to me, and that helps me so much. And it was so, it was just hard for me in the beginning to, to express myself that way, but now it's just so natural and it feels so good. And I relate to so many other women through my poetry, and they get it. And when I was going through it, I did not have a card, although I know everybody loved me and they brought me cards and they said things to me. I never had cards to describe exactly how I felt. So through my poetry, I know that cancer survivors know exactly how I feel. Amputees know exactly how I feel. Single moms know exactly how I feel, because I put each and every line that I know that you feel when I write a poem. And that's how I express myself.
So
to others.
definitely, before we go, take a break. You're going to give us one of your poetry.
Okay.
All right.
Put you on the spot.
Gotta
real
put you on
quick.
the spot real quick.
Okay.
Look, so you work at the Barclay Center.
I work at the Barclays Center.
You got an award.
Yes, I did.
First of all, tell me what you do there.
I do guest services at the Barclays Center.
And this award that you got?
Values of the Game Award. It's a competition with all 30 basketball arenas, and they tell one person's story from each arena. And Adam Silver makes the decision who's the winner. And I won first place, and I got to go to Miami.
Yay, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's
awesome.
beautiful,
Awesome. Your story was
beautiful.
told there in front of millions
Yes,
there?
yes,
Beautiful.
yes. It was beautiful.
Beautiful. And when was this?
This was last year.
Last year.
NBA
Yes.
commissioner.
Well, congratulations
Thank
again.
you. Thank
Forever.
you. Thank
Forever.
you.
All right, so listen, thank you so much for your story. We definitely got questions and everything. You have any
I
questions?
do.
All right, go ahead.
I do.
Go ahead.
I have
go ahead.
some. You and I had a beautiful exchange
Yes, we
outside,
did.
and I'm in
Absolutely.
awe of you, and I'm so glad I met you. Your energy is just, it's so powerful and it's so kind. But I do have a question, and I think it'd just be helpful to talk about it. We just spoke about purposes, outside, and I said, did you, if you had like that sort of God moment or spiritual moment, and you said, for your child to find the strength to keep going one day at a time, which is amazing, just advice, I would say, because I live like that too. But I want to know, like, when did that moment happen for you, when you're like, this is my purpose, is to help other people, is to share about this? Like, when did that occur for you? I'm
Good
curious.
question.
Well, it's funny that you said that, because when after I battled breast cancer, and I was on the subway going to work, and I used to live around the corner from where I live now, and my next door neighbor, she saw me on the subway, and we started talking, and she told me that her niece was having her leg amputated.
Wow.
And that she had cancer in her leg. Now, again, I did not know you can get cancer in any place in your body, your tongue, your leg, your arms, every place you can get cancer. I wasn't aware. I still was naive.
Yeah.
So I asked her, could I visit your niece and give her a few words of encouragement, because I knew how it felt to have cancer. I didn't know at the time how it felt, ironically, to have my leg amputated.
Right.
But I did connect with her niece, who was a little younger than me at the time, and period. But I connected with her, and I visited her, and I felt such an inner peace when I helped her, and I realized then that I liked helping other people with their cancer.
Right.
And how you realize that you are walking in your purpose is it feels great. It feels natural.
Right.
It feels like you should be doing it.
Right.
It feels like when you're tired, you wake up and you think about it over and over and over, whatever it
Exactly.
is that you have a purpose to do. And I started realizing that I was reaching out to strangers through friends. Like if you would tell me, for instance, you had an aunt or a cousin or a mother who was sick, I would ask you, do you think she wants me to visit her? Or the doctor would say, Sharon, somebody's about to lose their limb. Can you come speak to that person? And I would go to the hospital, they'll be sleeping, I'll stand there, they'll wake up, who are you? And then I realized this makes me feel good. This is healing for me, and it's healing for them. So that's when I began to realize that was my purpose in life.
Talk about an angel
Yeah.
in the
Oh,
wind.
that's powerful. I have
Yeah.
chills.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's beautiful.
Definitely. So you're agreeing a lot. Do you have any stories or anything like that? know
Not
of anybody?
directly, but
Yes, directly.
Uh-oh, the husband said yes.
I ended up getting a brand new car because of this woman.
I'm not going to talk about that. What I am going to talk about, I mean, cancer is heavy. My grandmother, my father's mother passed away, when I was 2 from cancer. And so all I get is the stories, or I can't say I've met many amputees, but that is remarkable. You know, I watched my godmother pass away from cancer, just, you know, watching her go through chemotherapy and watching how her kids were responding to it. I had a boyfriend who passed away from cancer.
Oh, wow.
And he was 32, you know, and
Wow.
really starting his life. And so it's something that hits everyone, and it's when you and it doesn't matter necessarily whatever adversarial thing that you're going through in life, but there's always that moment of empowerment where you're like, you know, I'm ready to get back up. I don't want to stay and wallow in this anymore, and I want to be a lot more powerful than what I am now, and I have the strength to do it. And whatever it is that gets you to that point, a lot of people, they tend to fight for it or fight away from it, but then they, you know, it's like when it's yours, it comes that easy.
Right.
When it's for you, like I just took this new position, and at first I was really nervous about it. And the first thing my inner goddess said was, when it's yours, it's just that easy.
Yeah, it's just that easy.
It's
You don't
just
have to-
that easy. You don't have to fight. You don't have to fight for it.
It just comes
It just,
right to
it,
you.
right, it literally
Right to
falls in
you.
your hand. So,
Right to you. Oh, that's a beautiful
yeah.
thing.
Yes, it
Beautiful.
And I love that you said my inner goddess.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yes.
When she's quiet most of the time, but when she's loud, she's loud.
I believe you.
Yeah, my whole thing is like, I know life beats you
Yes,
you
it
down.
does.
It
It
beats you. But my whole thing is, we only here for a short time.
That's right.
So we only got to get up. We have to dust ourselves off. You could cry, you could do whatever you
Yes.
to make you feel better, but we have to dust ourselves off and get up and do what God put us here to do. Period.
Absolutely.
Period. That's it. You got anything to say, DJ J.U. Weiss?
Love is love.
That's all you got to say? All right, so what time is it? We got 5 more minutes. Oh, well. Well, so tell people how you can get in touch with you.
Oh, me?
On social media, yeah. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
first off, you need to be on social
I
media.
know,
We just discussed
I
it.
know,
So I'm gonna throw that out there right
On
now.
social
No,
media, 'cause I
I'm
was trying to
not.
find her and
I'm
everything.
not.
I know.
Everybody
I can't
says
even
that
tag
to
you,
me.
oh, girl.
I'm gonna get them.
No, I ain't no. I'm
gonna do it for you.
right now.
Before the end of May, I promised my son the other night on the telephone that I'm going to do it.
Well, how is anybody supposed to read your messages or anything
I
like
know.
that? People can't.
I've been pretty successful. I was in Black Enterprise, New York Post.
Okay.
Women's Essence. I do a lot of public speaking. I mean, I've gotten the word out, but I'm sure, and a card line is coming out. Maimonides is sponsoring that, and but I know there's a bigger platform, and it needs to be heard, and it will, and I know it's time.
Do you know Instagram will eat you up right now?
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
time you post your poem
Yeah.
for people, oh my God.
Just give me your phone. We're gonna do this.
We're gonna download it for you and hook you up, okay?
Okay.
But in the meantime, we're getting ready to go out. I need one of them poems from you. Inspirational poems.
Would you like cancer?
Whatever
I have
float-
racism, cancer. What would you like?
Anything that's going to inspire somebody today.
Okay, I think that cancer. You don't have a lot of time, so
Okay.
I'm gonna do cancer. It's called treatment, which means chemotherapy.
Yeah.
Okay. When you hear the word cancer, it makes you so sad. Some panic, some fight, but most people get mad. You struggle with feelings that you've never had, but treatment is available. So aren't you glad? Oh, the red devil chemo that makes you so ill. The fevers, the colds that leave you with chills. And oh, don't forget the loss of the hair. That is the thing that most women fear. And telling your family while hiding your fears. The feeling of sadness, the fight, the tears. This time next year, where will I be? The sleepless nights and uncertainty. It seems like forever the treatment will last. But as the Lord has promised, this too shall pass. Before you know it, you're over and done. And you say to the devil, ha! This time I've won.
Yeah.
When you finish with cancer that made you so mad, you'll walk with the strut, that you've never had. When you finish with chemo, proudly take a bow. No hair, no eyebrows, but look at me now. Though I've been through the fire and oh, it was bad, I'm a 12-year survivor. And boy, am I glad.
Yes. Right. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you.
Social media needs that today, right now.
Immediately.
So we're going to take this break and come back in a couple of minutes and everything. In the meantime, while we're taking this break, we're going to hook her up real quick with this Instagram.
Yes, you're coming to my acting class.
Exactly. And everything.
I want you there.
Yes, that's what we got to do. So we'll be right back. Hey, I know we on. We always on. This is Always On with Tonya and Jay, featuring DJ J.U. Ice. Hey,
Big shout out to
we got our
Soraya
feeling
J,
that-
also a cancer survivor. Too.
Yes,
Hey.
yes. I can't hear that mic. Anyways, we got Tara filling in for JJ's on vacation.
You can't see me, but I'm dancing.
Boss is los, Jay. Boss is los, Jay. Boss is los. Anyways, that's some German meaning. What's up, man? What's up? I used to live in Germany when I was like in my teens. My dad's the Air Force.
I have family. I have family in Germany.
I'm an Air Force brat.
Ooh.
So I've traveled the world in the 7 seas before the age of 16. That's what I always say.
Very fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not know that. That's
Yes.
awesome.
So why settle in New York?
Because I was tired of small bases and everybody knew my name. Nobody knows me here. I could stand on the corner and people be like, okay, so she's standing on the corner.
Congratulations.
But yeah, exactly.
That's not true. They're like, there's Tonya.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm the guest.
Yeah, there's Master Sergeant Dunham's daughter right there. That's what I would get because
Right.
my dad was high rank and blah blah. Everybody. Yeah. So yeah, I chose New York City. It was in my heart. It was just something that I had to be at.
Yeah.
And I made it here with a 15-month-old child.
Beautiful.
I came up
Right.
here. Yeah, I'm a single mother too. And I came from Atlanta. I was living in Atlanta for about 6 years. I got an opportunity. Actually, Jay gave me that opportunity, and been here ever since.
Lovely.
So yeah,
Nice.
single moms in the
Yes.
house.
Hey.
In the house. Yes. All right. So we're gonna come back to Sharon. Sharon was telling us about her story: breast cancer survivor, leg amputee survivor,
Yes.
just a survivor. Period.
Yes.
Yes.
And God has blessed me to work at Mount Sinai in the mammography department, you know, with other survivors, and I'm seeing what that's going to be like.
Okay.
And, you know, I'm so grateful for that. And it's like he placed me right there. And that's where I need to be. And I've done so many things that I'm so proud of that I've accomplished in that breast cancer world.
Right.
And I got a lot of other things to do.
You
know.
do. We all do.
Yes.
And I
yes.
appreciate your story. I hope everybody's, we're definitely is going to be reposted and everything again.
That's beautiful.
You're definitely going to be
Powerful.
invited during Breast Cancer Month. I've got a whole lineup and a whole slew of people you need to meet. I mean, a
Right.
lot.
And I definitely want to
Yes,
come back.
you'll definitely be back. Thank you so much for your
Beautiful.
story.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you for
so if
having me.
anybody want to talk to you or anything, how can they get in touch with you?
Well, I guess I don't know.
Do
What do you mean you don't know?
I told you.
I'm
I
giving
have-
all of her information.
Yes, I have
all of it.
email. I have
Okay.
email.
All right, give out the email.
Okay, my email is olive, as in olive you eat, my, MYSUN, olive my son, @gmail.com.
Okay. So if you anybody who's any type of cancer, anything,
Yes.
Amputee, just survivor.
Amputee,
Just-
survivors,
Cancers.
period.
Yeah.
Yes.
Contact Sharon Spencer.
Yes.
Say your email again.
OLIVEMYSUN @gmail.com.
All right, thank you so much for that.
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. So we're gonna move on. So y'all heard about John Singleton.
Very sad.
R.I.P.
Oh my God. R.I.P.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Your favorite
Love
movie?
Rosewood.
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 What is
Alright.
and
Yeah, Boys in the Hood is good, but I'm a
why was that so special?
why
to you?
Rosewood?
Yeah.
Rosewood. I'm a young black man from the South, and you don't hear about stories like that.
Oh.
And when that movie came out, I mean, it hit hard,
Yeah.
especially for the young black community that didn't know anything about it, about Rosewood,
Right.
Florida.
Right.
And so it was one of those eye openers, and then you realize it was John Singleton that made it. And
Yeah.
I mean, he did Higher Learning, he did Boys in the Hood, he did all these movies.
Yeah, he tells a lot of.
He tells some
He
stories.
tells
for
the
you.
American black boy story.
Yes,
very
exactly.
well.
Very well.
Yeah.
Right.
He will be missed.
Yes.
Missed.
Yeah.
In the film world.
51 years old.
So I think the way he passed was hypertension, was it?
Yep. He
Yes.
suffered from hypertension. He had a stroke, and
Had a
they
stroke.
kept him on. They kept him
Yeah.
on life support
For
for
as
like
long
13,
as they
could.
could. Yeah.
13 days or so.
Yep. So make sure black men
Yes.
get checked for hypertension, the black man's disease. That's what they call it. What is it? Hypertension, diabetes, and high blood pressure. Nope.
Yes.
No, that's it.
That
That is
is
hypertension.
I think it's high cholesterol. High cholesterol.
Yes, high cholesterol.
High
is one of-
cholesterol, diabetes, and high blood pressure. Make sure you get checked.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, period in general.
Period.
I mean, that's applying to everyone.
Yeah, that's just
you
to
know?
everyone. But
Yes.
I'm just saying because he was so young and
Yeah.
had
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Definitely. And his family is stressing that too. Make sure you get checked.
Because it's just 51 is not an age that you expect somebody to be gone.
No.
Right. I
No.
mean, that's a new,
Not from a
30,
not
40.
from a stroke.
Hey.
you know what I'm saying?
I know, fitness man. Tell us.
Definitely not from
Yeah.
a stroke.
All right, yeah, fitness man. You're a coach.
I mean, yeah. I mean, just from looking at all of that happened with. I mean, 51 years old. My mother just turned 52. So
your baby?
She's young.
Wait a minute, hold on.
I'm the oldest. I'm 30.
You-
Wait, is he 18? Wait a minute, you got,
I know,
You robbing
wait.
the cradle or something? Is he 18?
Oh, she's a
Can you
baby.
tell?
She's the baby.
Can you tell? Robbing the cradle.
Yeah.
No, I'll be Wednesday. Wednesday will be my birthday. I'll be 33.
Well, happy birthday.
Birthday.
33-year-old.
It's Wednesday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday
Yes.
to you.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I just had one. I just turned 50.
Amen.
Oh,
Go
There we go.
Yes, the 50 Club.
and
Isn't
everything.
it wonderful?
I don't know. It's the same thing to me.
No,
So-
no, it's great. It's better. It's wonderful.
It's the same thing to me.
No.
I haven't changed at all. I don't think.
Yes,
I have. Anyway, so
It's-
Boys in the Hood.
Boys, higher learning is right there too.
Okay.
I mean,
Well, you did a lot of teaching too when you were in
Yeah.
Charleston.
right.
Wait a minute. You from
Yeah.
Charleston or you from Florida?
Charleston.
Ew.
I'm from Charleston.
Charleston,
And
South
so-
Kakalaki. Okay.
And so something like Rosewood, it hits home for us just for the simple fact that Denmark VC was in Charleston.
Okay.
And when everything that happened with him right during slavery time, you don't hear about that either. The only time people started hearing about Denmark VC was when the Charleston 9 shooting happened, because it happened at his church,
Right.
the church that he founded.
Right. Right.
And so that's when people started hearing about Denmark VC, and now everybody wants to do research on them. Rainbow out of a bad situation right there, because now there's more education and whatnot going. And me being an educator down there, you have to get out of the history books that the schools are filled with,
You know it's
because you're
You
not
have to
gonna-
get out of the South to see the problem in the South.
right.
Yeah.
Are you from the South?
She is from Brooklyn, that's why we're.
Brooklyn born and raised. Brooklyn born and raised.
She's gonna school
I
you.
know.
She,
She gonna school you.
she had to go all the way down south to get her husband.
Get her husband and everything. Look, she looking at you crazy. I got that right there. And if she looking at you like, no, that's not Aunt, man. He's like, yes, that's it. That's it right there.
I have a question. It's
Yes.
somewhat unrelated, but I know you're a fitness expert
Yes.
and you do coaching. And here's my question to you, because you have all these people on Instagram and social media, you're doing this fitness thing and showing you how to do this. What do you think of that, though? Because couldn't they potentially, or me as someone watching it, couldn't I potentially hurt myself watching someone show a move and then I'm doing it wrong? That's my thought on this.
That's
What
exactly
are your thoughts?
that's exactly how it happens.
Curious.
That's exactly
Please
how it
explain.
happens, and that's what keeps people out of the gym. It keeps people from working out because they see something that they think is pretty cool and want to try, and they try it and they do it wrong and break a limb, and then they just don't want to do it anymore, and they think it's not for them. And sedentary life is the worst life, and that's how these diseases can really pile up on you. Hypertension because you're eating the wrong
gonna be my next
foods.
question.
Diabetes, you're eating too much salt, too much sugar. All these things can happen, and if you're not doing any type of physical activity outside of walking from the subway to your doorstep or to your job, it's not. That's
First
just
of all,
not
there's
enough.
a lot of MTA stairs. Don't make fun of
I
us
count
people.
exactly. Listen. I count every day. I do 100 steps. Then listen, I do 100 steps before I get to work. Okay, 100 steps.
MTA is helping us stay
at that.
fit, okay?
That's what I said.
That's your treadmill.
That's my
That's your
workout right
treadmill.
there. My buttocks should be on point right now. Okay, 100 steps a day.
That's right.
100
That's
months.
right.
But to answer your question, you just have to be careful about who you're following and emulating. The best advice someone gave me was don't look at the stuff that they're posting. Try and find the stuff that they're not doing, because you don't get the the big chest and six pack from doing the exercises that they're posting.
The two curls.
The different. You don't,
the
you don't
chain
get,
around the waist.
You don't get that from what you're seeing online. Them doing a backflip or something like that, or picking up some very heavy weight one time.
Yeah.
They didn't get that body from doing it that way.
I hear an accent. Are you from the islands?
I am not.
What do you sound like? You're from the islands?
It's Charleston.
Is that
That's
ever-
the Geechee.
Gullah
That's the
Geechee.
Gullah Geechee people.
what's the Gullah Geechee?
Yeah, what is that?
Well, I guess Alex could probably tell the story a lot better than me. But in South Carolina, the Gullah Islands, you have James Island, Johns Island, Charleston Island.
I didn't know any
And
of this.
a lot of those,
New York.
a lot of those Africans that settled there remain there, and they took over the island. But when I first went down there, I mean, my parents are from Jamaica. Growing up in New York, I grew up in a heavily island area in Brooklyn, and so I'm there like, whoa, are you from Barbados?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I love that.
So I'm not crazy.
She would say that she hears somebody from Charleston talk and they sound like they're from Guyana.
Yes, you do.
Or something like
Yeah.
that.
That's why I stopped and asked.
Well, the thing is that Charleston is the port that
A lot of
95% of
the slaves.
slaves came through.
yeah.
Charleston is the port.
Didn't know that.
Oh, it's heavy.
See, you get all these reality shows.
It's
You got
heavy.
Southern Charm, and there you go. There's the depiction of what Charleston is. I don't know anything about the South, so
Not even close.
Yeah,
I would
see,
say
I want to
to
hear this.
give yourself the opportunity to visit and do the touristy stuff, and then remember that all of it came from slavery. And it's like once that hits you, is my first time seeing a cotton field, or my first time seeing a plantation where they turn plantations into wedding venues down there. It was just like, what?
I got chills when you said that.
What
though.
did you just say? A cotton field? I only read about this in the history books. What are you doing here? Yeah. And this
Right?
is, and now they've turned it from something that would be dark or reminiscent into something that would be celebrated upon, and it's
It's a historical site.
yeah, it's now, and I don't know. I guess everyone has different views on how they take it, but for me, it's like I wouldn't dare go to Germany and plan my wedding at a Holocaust site, and
100%. You said that perfectly.
Not much different,
Right?
Yeah.
in my book, in my opinion. But
No, that was such a good, the best way to explain it. Yes. Right?
Wow. All right, so we got other topics here. We got Star Wars. Chewbacca died. Yep. After he died. I can't do it. Sound like Cardi B right there. Can't do it. But yes, God bless him, his family.
Yes.
Will be missed. I love Star Wars when I was a kid.
Tomorrow's May the 4th.
May the 4th be
And
with you.
Oh my goodness.
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you. Oh, God. Hey, tomorrow's Kentucky Derby.
Kentucky Derby.
Derby.
I've never heard so many people talk about horse racing in my life until I moved to New York.
Really?
It is not a big deal down south. We have horses. We do not race them.
I like that. I'm more than that.
We have horses. They do not race the horses.
I think there was one horse that was sick or got sick, had an operation or something.
Oh,
like
no.
that.
Sad.
I think it was a top horse.
Right.
One
It's
of-
one
I
of
can't
the
remember
ones
the
that's
name.
supposed to win it.
Yeah, it was supposed to
You
win.
can never remember their names.
I don't know. It was something.
Last-
Does anybody
Started with
ever
O.
bet?
I don't bet.
I don't bet either, but I
Wait,
bet on
my
the-
grandmother
the
used to go play them to play them games down there in the south.
Yeah.
and everything. She'll go to the track and bet.
Yeah.
and everything. But that was the closest I ever been to anything like that.
But
What
Dog-
they put those
dog.
horses through is crazy.
Yeah.
Like that alone is
Look, the horses
scary.
here in New York City going through
Oh,
it too.
they go
okay?
through
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I do have a story though, because I used to work at Monkey Bar, and it's a little fancy pants place.
think I
So there are
heard of
these
that
guys. It's old New York, right?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
there were these guys in there, and him and his wife, and they were very Italian. They're from Long Island.
Yeah.
Loved them. They had big personalities, and I was like, these people are awesome. I work in the bar. So I'm like, yes, tell me a story. They were not horse trainers, owners of what is that? Is it Belmont? The big
Belmont, yeah.
Yeah.
He knew. He probably owned it. And he was telling me though how they do treat the horses. And he said anybody that brings their horses into their facility, he's like, we make sure that they are they are treated properly, and if
Right.
we get any
Good.
one inkling that they are not allowed in our facility, and I loved hearing that.
Yes.
You know, because you never
Yes.
want to see animals.
Yeah.
So somebody gives them
Yeah.
a whole bunch of money.
Well,
I'm gonna keep that real right there. Till somebody gives a whole bunch of money. Anyways, yeah. Well, good luck to the Kentucky. Did you bet?
No.
Did you bet? Anybody bet?
Nope.
I ain't bet either.
I don't bet.
I bet I ain't gonna win. That's where it is.
I couldn't tell you who would.
I don't even
Anybody
know
know
their
the
horse.
name of a horse?
I don't know. I don't follow them like that.
No.
So.
Nah.
But
The,
anyways,
the last horse name I know is Seabiscuit.
isn't
That was a long, that was a
like
long time ago, right?
2003, right?
Yeah, that was a
No.
2003 movie, but
Yeah, it was
the
a
horse,
movie.
the horse was like in the 20s or something, right?
I think Preakness was it Preakness?
Preakness was
The bad
that was
actress.
That's
that
a
was
real
one.
horse. Yeah, that's and I think that was a movie too, was it? I
don't know.
Anyways, good luck to all you people who are betting out there on them horses.
Absolutely.
Horses, do your thing. I like the hats. When people come out there,
So
that's my
beautiful.
Thing. The
Those
hats.
hats.
The hats.
I
That's
do
what
believe
I like.
do believe that's all the Kentucky Derby is about now.
The hats.
No one
The
cares
hats.
about the
The
race.
horses. It's the hat.
The
If
race
you ain't got
happens
the
in like
hat,
30
you ain't
seconds.
it, okay?
I agree.
And then if you go to Housing Works after the Kentucky Derby, you're going to see a bunch of those hats that are,
Oh. Yes. Okay.
3/4 off. I'm just showing.
So the movie
Ladies.
Avengers came out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anybody saw that?
Yes.
You did?
Yes, we
Yeah.
did.
How long was that movie? 3 hours and
It
what?
is 2 hours and like
No.
45 minutes or something like that.
It's really a 3-hour long
Yes,
movie.
yeah.
We went at 11. We didn't get out the movie theater till 2:30 on Sunday.
Wow.
Our movie started at 11.
It did not
was
start
it
at
good?
11.
I haven't seen it yet. My son's trying to get me to go this weekend, so I gotta go.
It was surprisingly, it wasn't as jammed, action packed. They kind of saved it because it's like, they took such a hard loss in the previous movie.
Right.
So what they're trying to do now is depict the feelings and the aftermath and the aftershock, and I appreciated that part of it, the realism of it. And then it was that final bout, that final battle, that final idea that then came to fruition, and they made it work.
Okay.
And it took some sacrificing, but it
got it.
happened, and that's what I did appreciate about the movie a lot.
You did that so well, like no spoilers or nothing. That's impressive.
I appreciate it too. I'm gonna go sit in there and watch it. I'm
thank
gonna sit in there and watch it.
Right? That was good.
Thank you.
You really deserve a shout. Your husband gave you a good shout out.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Right? I do right sometimes.
All right. All right. So we got Jussie Smollett. Y'all heard about? I know you heard about all that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. And we've been talking about a lot on this show. But anyway,
I'm convinced it's a movie that they're putting together.
Yeah.
You think so?
It's a storyline for a movie. That's all they're doing.
He's not coming back. He's not going back to Empire.
I know, because he's about to do this movie. It's about to be one hell of a movie.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
Jussie Smollett movie.
The Jussie.
Yeah, but they won't hire him for it.
No, they don't.
No.
He'll take the producing rights of it and
be
bam,
done with
It's
there you
either
go.
that or it's gonna make one hell of a Law and Order episode.
Do you all?
Yeah.
Do you all follow? Do you watch Empire at all? Anybody?
I'm finishing it up.
Okay.
I'm finishing it up. The wife is already.
Do you think you'll be missed?
No.
No,
I stopped
have a
watching
couple
it a long
friends that are
time
on
ago.
that show, and
I like his singing.
I don't think so. I think after this, it was such a thing, and it's hard to break in that industry anyway.
Right.
So it's kind of like, oh.
Well,
I think he hurt the show a lot more than they're
Yes.
giving
well, they were
him credit
advocating for him to come
Yeah.
back to keep him on.
Well,
So-
I mean, he's a really talented actor,
Very
talented
talented actor.
singer.
Yeah.
I mean, his sister is
I love his sister
equally
a little
as
bit.
talented.
I love his
Definitely.
sister more though.
Weren't they in the New York subway out here at one time?
I'm
Are they
sure he
from-
was.
I think so. A long time ago.
Yeah.
But anyways,
I like
yeah,
her all
family,
the way from
the whole
Eve's.
family.
Yeah,
I
the
like her
whole
all the way
family.
from Eve's Bayou.
Right.
Love her.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole family is so talented, but you'd be surprised how hard of a hit anything takes when one of their folks are acting that way. It's like,
they remind me of the DeBarge family.
yeah.
That's what they remind me of. Definitely.
Look at House of Cards. I mean, they wrote Kevin
Right.
Spacey
Yeah.
off. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
He was written off.
Yeah,
And I can
exactly.
tell you, I have not seen that new season of House of Cards because Kevin Spacey made the movie. He
Yeah,
made the
he's
whole
gone.
show.
He's
He
gone
made the
now,
whole
but he's not
show,
gonna
but-
do it. All right, so we got what? Cinco de Mayo Sunday. So we got Cinco. What are y'all doing? Anybody do anything?
Working.
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 If the Islanders win, then I'm working.
Okay. All right. They're going to win.
I'm keeping it
They're
real.
going to win.
Working.
You get to see games. I didn't know that. I'm a hockey
Although
fan.
Game of Thrones is on Sunday.
Oh, yeah, Game of Thrones.
Oh, you know that's my favorite show. Game of
I
Thrones.
think I'm gonna do like
Not
Corona
today.
Ritas to make up for it. Like
Not today.
Cinco de Mayo, GOT.
That was the best. I mean, I was sitting on the edge. I don't know if anybody is GOT fans.
I've never heard her scream at the TV so much.
I screamed too.
I didn't see it, but I know what
I scream when I watch General Hospital.
I'll
I'll scream at the
Wait a
TV
minute,
for
that still
anything.
comes on?
I know. Don't judge me.
Yes, it
I
does.
love General Hospital.
Yes, it still comes on. I tell her all the time that we can write this show at this point.
Oh my!
We already
God.
know what
That
we
still
know
come
who's
on?
cooking.
I am a huge I have a big TV interaction, but I think that's the generation.
Yeah,
Any
yeah.
generation that came up watching Barney or any of those shows, Lamb Chop Play Along, you're playing with the TV too.
Just tell me real quick, what is Sonny Corinthos up to? Real quick.
Sonny is the man.
He's about to have a baby.
Another one?
Ain't he old?
He's got like
Sonny is very old.
He been trying to have kids and stuff.
Listen, when you're old and rich, you can do what you want. Make it work.
Hey. All right, I don't have any plans for Cinco de Mayo. I'll probably just have.
I'm
no
working
beer.
too.
You working?
I'm working too.
What are you doing? You coaching something?
Training clients. I got folks.
All right.
Folks that want to see me. Summer is near.
It's here.
Summer
It's
is
here.
near.
Summer is here.
Yeah.
Period.
Go get your body right.
Yes,
Yeah.
get your body right. So everybody,
We
give
got a
yourself a shout out. We're about to get up out of here. Thank you all for coming. Sharon, tell people how they can reach you again. Get some inspirational words from you.
Well,
Your email.
OLIVEMYSUN@gmail.com. She's laughing at me.
I love you.
Tara, where they can find you at?
Tara_Segda on Instagram, and truthfully, you just type in my name, and there's IMDb. Done.
Yeah.
Okay, and Alex.
Coach A Haynes on Instagram, on Twitter. That's all. That's where I post most of my stuff. Instagram.
On Twitter? On Instagram.
Follow it.
Yeah, I'm an Instagram freak right now.
Yeah.
It used to be Facebook, but now I'm totally Instagram.
Very
Seriously.
nice. Yeah.
Anyways, we're about to get out of here. Thank you, everybody, for coming by.
Thank
Hope
you.
you had
Thank
fun.
You. Yes, we did.
I had fun with you all.
Lots of
Yeah.
fun.
I hope you all come back soon, especially you, Sharon, for
I
breast cancer
definitely
month.
will.
You
God's
definitely
for life.
coming
I'll be
back.
back.
Definitely. I know I'll see you again. Definitely see you again.
Yes.
I know if I see him, I'll see you.
More than likely.
Okay. But anyways, we're about to get out of here. I don't have any guests for next week, but you can catch us on YouTube, Apple's, what is it? Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts,
Nice.
Spotify, Facebook, Instagram at TJ Always On, and then everything else is Always On with Tonya and Jay. So catch us. Please subscribe. We need subscribers. We try to do some things right here. Go to Apple, subscribe. Always On
Done.
with Tonya and Jay.
Beautiful.
We out of here.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Tanya.
Have a good night.